race number 5, and up from the 1,000 metres of the previous to the 1,200 here. It's a Class 4 contest with Energetic Class dropping back into Class 4 company. He's second up on Wednesday night. Bond Elegance beaten favourite last time out. That was on the all-weather. Clear Choice runner-up behind Bold Stitch here over the 1,200 metres last time out. Planet Star, who's third course and distance behind Infinity Endeavour. Born Dragon beaten a fairway on the all-weather last time out. We've got Confucius Spirit, a winner 2 starts back, and our course and distance winner. That was back in October.
Yeah, I'm a Witness has drawn his best Happy Valley gate for quite some time here. Gate 2 with Alberto Sanna aboard, so don't be surprised to see him go forward. Gracie Dad as well, with Matthew Poon taking off the £7 for his boss, David Hall. Gate 12, so his mind will probably be made up for him. He'll have to go forward, thus adding some extra pace into the race.
Let's have a look at Energetic Class. As you said, Andrew, he goes into this race second up. He actually ran really well behind G1 Lover. Happy Valley hasn't really been his favourite track. He's more of a Sha-Tin horse and more a horse that likes a little bit further, but he did run really well first up and there was money for him. Clear Choice working here with Charity Wings. Clear Choice is the horse on the far side in the red skull cap. Like the way he hit the line last start. John's making a case for Charity Wings earlier on in the program, and I think he'll run well too. And Planet Star, now he's come up with a more favourable gate this time, barrier 5, as opposed to gate number 11. He's going to have his 5th run back. I think he's at his optimum level now, fitness-wise. He's a big, stocky type, but that better barrier should give him an opportunity here to put one in the back of the net, I would have thought. He's working well. All right,
well, that's a good place to start then. Planet Star and jockey Sam Clipperton.
Sam, Planet Star, with him last time out, he was finishing off the race nicely from a wide draw. He's drawn better this time. Where would you like to have him?
Well, ideally, if you know, we can take advantage of the barrier and be sort of up in the first half somewhere, that would be perfect. But he doesn't sort of show an abundance of speed out of the gate, and he does have a tendency of drawing bad barriers. So he's probably gotten a little bit used to just easing back from the barrier and being a bit relaxed about the game. But yeah, from a better draw on Wednesday night, it'd be ideal if we can have him around midfield, just travelling nicely, and that way just give him a few less lengths to make up in the straight.
He's a horse you've had a bit to do with. What's he like?
Look, he's got the ability there. I'm surprised he probably hasn't won a race by now. He's definitely got the ability to win a race, but he always seems to run into 1 or 2 at the finish that are just going that bit better than him. And like I said, drawing those bad barriers definitely hasn't helped. It's just, you know, rather than having 2 or 3 lengths to make up in the straight, he's got 6 or 7 lengths to make up in the straight, and he always hits the line well. But yeah, if things go right on Wednesday night, well, he should be right in the finish again.
That's the thing. He runs his race, doesn't he? Just hasn't actually got home in front yet.
Well, that's a very good point that Sam makes as well, because when he did actually draw a gate 2 starts ago, he's a bit disappointing. So yeah, horses being sort of creatures of habit, maybe sometimes get used to not being able to really show good speed in the early stages. So it's an issue with him, but gate 5, he should hopefully be able to position up better.
Yep, he's got some ability, no doubt. Let's see what he can offer from the better barrier. I'm going to take the chance that he might step a bit better.
All right, OK, that's Planet Star. Clear Choice, the next one we're going to have a look at. Here finishing second last time out. I mentioned Tony Millard had a few first-up wins. This is one of them, Bold Stitch, who scored fresh. Yeah,
he did. He won well, Bold Stitch. I like the way Clear Choice hit the line. He's by Rebel Raider. He won a Victoria Derby. We don't have too many of his progeny here. You can just see he's got his ears back. He's a real trier. Just keeps finding here as they go to the wire. He wants more ground and more racing, but I still think he'll run well at 1,200. Hard to tip him because I don't mind Planet Star, but he's definitely an inclusion for the TT.
Yeah, I've got him in on top. I was sick as a chip when Bold Stitch won, because he's got some very solid Sha-Tin form, which I'd forgotten about. But yeah, I think it was a really good performance from Clear Choice. He can improve on that. Manful Star is a pretty consistent type at Happy Valley, and it was a good run against him. So.
Sick as a chip, is that a new one?
It is to me.
Yeah, me as well. There you go. Sick as a chip.
Are they deep fried or in a packet?
Yeah, the more deep fried, the sicker, yeah.
Right. Energetic Class is another one we need to take a check on. So this is his last start in Class 3 company behind G1 Lower. Not the clearest of runs down the straight.
No, he's a better horse, as I suggested when we looked at the track work at Sha-Tin, and 1,400, 1,600 has been where he's won. But this class, he's won twice. He hasn't had a good record at the Valley, so there's a lot of positives and negatives here. You can see there he's sort of almost half pulled up coming to the line. The other thing that was worth noting on that occasion was he was heavily specced in the betting as well. He was 40s down to 12, so he's interesting. I'd be throwing him in a TT if you've got as much as Paul Lally.
I think I'll be waiting till he goes back to Shartin, but it was definitely a promising effort.
All right, OK. Bond Elegance, another horse that's very consistent. He's come up as favourite, Brett.
He has, yep. He's been second at his last two. I'll sneak him in. I'm going to go Planet Star, clear choice. I like these two horses going forward. I think both of them can win a few races. Bond Elegance, we've seen a fair bit of him now. Beauty Connection, we've seen a lot of him, and he still hasn't won a race, but he has gone back to the trials, Beauty Connection, and performed quite OK behind Super Missile. I'm happy to play a trio here. 8 the banker with 1, 3, 4 and 5. But yeah, 8 and 5 of the two I think might fight it out.
Got clear choice on top here. I think he can improve once again in only his 4th start. It was a pretty pleasing run last time out, and I'm quite keen on his chances here. I'm a Witness gets a really good draw gate too. He'll be hanging around for quite some time. Alberto Sanna amongst the winners now as well. Beauty Connection has never been amongst the wins. He's still failed to get off the mark here in Hong Kong, but he's run some pretty solid races in defeat, and with the £7 off that Dylan Moe takes, that could be interesting too. And Bond Elegance been very consistent. He's in for 4th. The QQP 5 and 6 the way to play it.
All right. I'm going to throw Born Dragon out there as well. I was expecting him to be more like $18 and $8, to be perfectly honest, but Blinker's on for the first time. I think he's interesting as well. That's race number 5. Race number 6 up next for us. Class 3, 1,000-metre dash once more.